Mid-quest. Serious, what is a hobby that you've always wanted to get into, but have no idea how? Redditors who do this hobby, what the best way to get into it? Drawing. I'd love to learn how to draw. I'd like to try D&D, but I know nobody who plays or would be interested, and being married with a kid on the way, I have a feeling it'd be near impossible to really dedicate myself to a group. Small scale farming. Nothing to mail money off, but if I was able to provide myself with fresh produce half the year I'd be happy. It seems like a skill that would have to be taught and very hard to learn from a book though, and I get very odd looks when I try and bring the subject up being a mid-30s male mechanic. Damn stereotypes. I've always wanted to try origami out, I even have books, but it just seems so complicating. Hunting my own food. I have no idea how to start. I don't even own a gun. Programming. So many languages out there, I don't know where to start. Role playing. Be it tabletop or live action. That world has always fascinated me. I think I'd be more into the tabletop version now at adult age. There has just never been much of a scene for this that I know of, at least where I grew up, and I don't really hear much about it today either where I live now. I want to learn French, but I don't know how to continue. I know basic things, for example greetings, how to say my name, some simple verbs, but I want to be fluent in it and be able to read a difficult book, and I am nowhere near that. I'd love to try knife work. I always loved watching things like that. Painting. It looks very soothing. I do some coloring, but I've always found it super hard to get into painting. Writing. I loved reading and always wanted to try writing. I have lots of ideas, but I'm not good with words or sentences. I know it can be improved with time, but I have my studies to think about. I know it just some lame excuses, and lots of successful people have done lots of thing in their study time, but I'm not those people. I want to get into hang gliding. Frisbee golf. I live right down the street from a huge frisbee golf course, and whenever I drive by it seems like they are having a lot of fun. Most of them enjoying a beer due to favorable open container laws. I see people with bags and multiple frisbees, but I don't have anyone to play with. I guess I could go out and buy a few discs and just play on my own until I feel comfortable asking another group to play. But I don't know the etiquette. Sneak though. Fully I would be better than Richard. I really want to get into model trains. I've wanted to do this for years, and now I have a chance to since I'm clearing out my basement. I've always wanted to go rock climbing, but none of my friends or family want to come with me, and going to a rock gym on your own seems very daunting to me. I'm looking for someone who can help or teach me with videography. I'm currently really invested in it and have enough time. It would be really nice to have someone to ask some questions or get feedback. Urban exploration. Used to do it when I was younger and by myself. I'm older now and want to get back into it, but this time with a partner. I've asked friends and family, but they are scared. I've always wanted to get into Magic. Everyone else plays it, but I don't know how to get into the game on a budget, or even how the game works. I want to buy a sailboat and sail the world. IDK how to sail. Chess. I know the mechanics and basic, but I can't focus or whatnot. I want to get into glass blowing. I don't have the space or money. Maybe one day when I buy a house I can set up a little shop. Producing electronic music. To become a star producer, just to record some tunes I have in my head. Software seems to be either way expensive, or not particularly intuitive. For example LMMS. Smelting and machining. I don't have access to a shop. Calligraphy. I've always had terrible handwriting, and the posts on our penmanship are simply beautiful. It also seems like a relaxing, cheap hobby to pick up, but I have no idea how or where to start. Subscribe, please.